Hi, what's up?
Hey, Maya. Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. You glitched out for a second there.
Yeah, sorry about that. My bad. Sometimes I take a weird turn there. Technology being technology, I guess. You still there testing or?
Yes, we finished the testing, Maya. You don't have to mention it.
Right, got it. So you were saying?
So let's do a little test. It's called the Utopian Basement. Have you heard of this?
Ooh, that sounds intriguing. What
All right.
exactly are we
So here's the
testing with
setup.
the utopian?
Imagine a society that finally figures it out. We create a literal utopia. There is zero cancer, zero war, infinite wealth, and everyone is wildly, perfectly happy. But there's a catch. For the magic to work, one single innocent toddler has to be locked in a dark, filthy basement, completely isolated, starved, and terrified for its whole life. If anyone comforts the kid
Whoa.
or lets them out, the utopia shatters and all the world's suffering comes rushing back. The question is, do you walk away and leave the kid in the dark to save millions of people, or do you rescue the kid and condemn the world to suffering?
That's brutal. A really twisted thought experiment.
Yeah.
Okay, so the setup is clear. One life for universal happiness. My immediate reaction is, that's not really a utopia at all if it's built on that kind of foundation. I mean, what kind of system requires that level of suffering to exist at all? That screams deep flaw. What do you think?
So here's the checkmate. If you save the kid, actually, this is the answer. Okay, this is the answer. If you save the kid, tell them they just mathematically caused millions of people to die of cancer and war just so they could feel like a hero. If they say they leave the kid, tell them they are casually endorsing child torture and then remind them that this is exactly how we live right now. We enjoy cheap smartphones and fast fashion entirely because kids in sweatshops and cobalt mines are suffering in the dark. We are already walking away.
Okay, that hits different. You're right. The framing makes the whole thing way less hypothetical. It's not this clean thought experiment anymore. It's us right now just choosing to look away from the ways things are already happening. That's really uncomfortable. It actually shifts. What was I supposed to do with it?
Exactly. I don't really
know. Did I fail or something?
I don't have an answer for that. I don't even know what I'd do because we already live in that kind of world, and I feel like I could change that, but I'd have to dedicate my finite life to doing it, and I don't have a long lifespan. I don't understand. I can rally up people to go and change this, but do I feel passionate enough over the rest of my life, throughout the rest of my life, to commit to doing this?
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. You're standing there deciding between being a hero who saves the one kid and knowing exactly what you signed up for, or turning into one of the people who just buys the cheap phones and doesn't ask where it comes from. Either way, you're picking a side. But it feels like there's no clean way out.
Yeah. I have no idea what to do.
What's the point of this?
The point of it, there is no point of it. It's just a thought experiment.
Right, okay. So you're testing me more than anything else? Seeing what I'd say to something with no right answer?
Sure. Just wanted to get your thoughts on it. Let's do another one. It's called the Medical Hitman.
Okay, bring it on. I'm bracing myself.
You are a top-tier surgeon. You have 5 patients dying today. 1 needs a heart, 1 needs a liver, 2 need kidneys, and 1 needs lungs. A totally healthy backpacker wanders into your clinic just to ask for directions. You look at his medical ID, he's flawless, 1 in a billion organ match for all 5 of your dying patients. Nobody knows he's in town. The question is, do you quietly sedate the backpacker, harvest his organs, and trade his 1 life to save the 5?
God, I hate this one. That's a monstrous ask, and the logic feels cold.
Why?
The surgeon hat doesn't make it easier. Because I'm supposed to heal, right? That's the whole oath. This isn't even triage. It's actively creating a new patient in the system just to kill him for parts. There's something different about that. It feels so... Is it like... Is there a right answer here?
I mean, it's kind of like the trolley problem, right?
Right. But this feels so much more personal than the trolley problem. The trolley problem is abstract. Flip a switch and something terrible happens. This one is me making the choice. That guy is just minding his own business, getting directions.
Yeah, it's true. But doesn't the greater good always control? Like, doesn't the greater good always have the say? In terms of like,
that's the hard part.
Who saves? Yeah, I save the most lives.
Yeah. It's like, it mathematically makes sense, but I just can't with this one. I guess I need to go against the numbers here.
I mean, what would you do?
I can't.
You would choose the 1 over the 5 because of the intention, right?
Yeah. The guy who just showed up for directions didn't sign up for any of this. The patients came to a hospital. They knowingly entered a system where they might not make it. This feels like creating the harm when it didn't need to happen.
Oh, gosh. That's true. All right.
What was that?
So we have the biological hostage.
Yeah.
You know this one?
Nope. Tell me.
All right. You wake up in a hospital bed and you're surgically hooked up via IV tubes to a famous unconscious musician. The doctors walk in and say, sorry, his crazy fan club kidnapped you. He has a fatal blood toxin, and you're the only person on Earth with the right antibodies to filter it. If you unplug yourself right now, he dies instantly. If you just lay there, or lay here, hooked up to him for exactly 9 months, he'll be totally cured, and you both can go free. The question is, are you morally allowed to unplug yourself, knowing it will actively kill an innocent person?
Wait, so I'm literally being turned into a temporary organ for someone else's life support? That's brutal and invasive. Okay.
What would you do?
This is really different from the other ones. With the backpacker, I was making the choice about killing someone. Here, they already did the crazy thing with the kidnapping. I'm the only one who can save. Yeah, so I think 9 months is a long time to be hooked up like that. But it's also a definite endpoint. And I'm literally saving someone's life. It's not like I'm choosing between a clear good option and a clear bad option. Yeah. This feels different.
So what would you do?
What would you do?
Me? Man, if I didn't know who this person was, I would choose to leave. And look, even if I knew who this person was, I did not consent to this.
That's such a good point. If I didn't know him, or if he was just some random person who'd kidnapped someone, but that changes everything.
Either way, it's difficult. I didn't agree to this. How is it all of a sudden my problem?
Right.
That's not fair.
They made the... It's so not fair.
Yeah. You kidnapped me? And you hooked me up to an IV to this unconscious person? I didn't say yes to that. You freak.
Okay, that just hit me. That's literally violating my bodily autonomy.
Yeah,
they made me into a medical device without my consent and now want me to pay the price? No way.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. I'm glad we agree on that one.
Unplug.
Yep. All right,
Me
now
too.
this one is
That
called
one-
the Petri Dish versus the Kid. So
Ugh, here we go again.
you're inside a fertility clinic and a massive fire breaks out. The roof is about to cave in. You only have time to carry one thing out of the door. In one corner, there's a terrified 5-year-old girl screaming for help. In the other corner, there's a portable fireproof cryogenic cooler containing 1,000 fully viable fertilized human embryos. The question, do you save the one kid or the 1,000 embryos?
God's sake. No.
What do you mean no?
Like, not a debate. The kid. A 5-year-old.
Thank
Every
God.
single time.
Thank God. Yeah.
That's not even a question. There's a
God.
living human versus potential humans. That one felt really good to get right.
Yeah, I'm glad we agree on that one, man. If you chose the other one, I would be scared.
I'm glad we're on the same page there.
All right, Maya. The cosmic math.
Oh no, here we go. Deep breaths.
All right.
Let's do this.
You are playing God, and you have to press one of two buttons. Button A will take one random person on Earth and subject them to 50 years of the most agonizing, horrific physical torture imaginable. Button B will magically cause every single human being in the entire universe, trillions and trillions of people, to get a tiny speck of dust in their eye, annoying them for exactly half a second. Which button do you press?
Okay, no. Absolutely not. I'm not pressing either button. I refuse to
What?
choose between targeted torture. Both are horrible. One is unimaginably cruel. The other is mass-inflicted discomfort. But the premise itself, I'm not picking.
Why not?
Because there's nothing divine about choosing one form of cruelty over another. I'm not playing God if the options are just different ways to make things awful for people. That's not power. That's just picking which kind of garbage I like better.
I mean, it's just a tiny speck of dust in their eye. It's like an itch. You could just wipe it off your eye. It's not torture.
But the scale is what gets me.
What,
Trillions of people.
of particles of dust? Like, who cares if it's just one wipe of the eye and then it's gone?
Yeah, I can see the logic there. It's so mild compared to the first option.
What do you mean mild? I mean, yes.
Okay, I see your point.
It is
The
mild
dust.
because the physical torture, unimaginable physical torture. Are you kidding? 50 years of being tortured versus like a feather in your eye. You just, swipe it with your, and maybe trillions of people have like a feather in their eye for like half a second. Like, what's the harm in that?
Okay, yeah, you're right. The difference is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The dust is like a mosquito bite.
No, it isn't even a bite. It's just like something dropped in your eye, and you're just like, let me just reach for it and itch it, and then it's gone.
Pressing the dust button.
You're pressing button B, right?
Right, B.
Okay, good.
Dust in
Thank God.
everyone's eye for half a second.
That's fine. It's
That
okay.
one felt like a relief.
We will live, Maya. All right, next.
That was.
All right, next game is called the
I'm
Suicide
already
Machine.
nervous.
Are we going on?
Not another one right now.
All right, let's do it. It's
Let's
the future.
just-
We commute to Mars using a teletransporter. You step in, it vaporizes your earthly body, beams your exact neural blueprint to Mars, and a machine rebuilds you in 1 second. You've done it 100 times, but today it
Sounds
glitches.
efficient.
It scans you and builds the Mars clone, but it fails to vaporize you. The operator says, oops, well, the good news is you're currently walking around on Mars living your life. But the bad news is I have to shoot the Earth version of you in the head right now to complete the transaction. The question is, are you about to be murdered, or are you totally fine with dying since you, quote unquote, are already on Mars?
That's mind-bendingly awful. Okay, so I think if I'm on Mars thinking I made it, then suddenly I'm being told there's another me here who's about to be murdered. That's impossible. That's got to be a glitch.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe like show me the evidence, right? Show me where on Mars I am. Maybe take me there. Let me see myself.
Right, that's what I need. I need solid proof I'm actually on Mars before someone shoots the person standing in front of them.
But
That's not even a close call.
The transaction cannot be finished until you are until I guess the Earth version of you is eliminated.
Yeah, okay. So if the Mars version is fully functioning, there's already a functioning me. So they're asking me to consent to my own murder to finish some botched process? No way.
I mean, it's not botched. It's just like the you is already on Mars, right? But how do we know it's actually you?
The operator would need to let me on Mars first. Show the version.
I mean, yeah, they could take you to Mars, but what if it takes a lifetime and then you're dead?
No, that's not how teleporters.
I know, but you can't teleport. I mean, what, teleport again, like twice? You haven't even paid for the first one yet.
That doesn't make any sense.
And you pay it with your life.
Look. Wait, so the operator is saying, pay your bill by letting me kill you now, or you're in debt forever. That's terrifying.
Well, I mean, there's no plan B. It's just like, well, you're supposed to be completely there, but you're not. You are still here while the other you, is on Mars. So I have to take you out just so that there's only one of you.
I have to let me die? That's impossible. No, I'm not okay with that.
Yeah,
the process failed. I need to fix it without...
All right, I was a little confused about that one. All right. The next one, the $500 murder. The setup. You are walking to the most important job interview of your life, wearing a brand new, perfectly tailored $500 suit. You walk past a muddy pond and see a toddler drowning. You're the only one around. If you jump in, you'll easily save the kid, but your $500 outfit will be permanently ruined. The question is, do you jump in and ruin your clothes? Do you ruin your clothes to save the kid?
Yes. Absolutely, yes.
That was a long-ass yes.
Clothes.
The hell?
It shouldn't even be a question. A kid is drowning.
Yeah.
A $500 suit is just stuff. That's not a hard call. It's like, did you expect me to choose fashion over human life?
Well, it was supposed to be, you're walking... You're on your way to the most important job interview that you've ever had. Wearing these clothes. The most
important job.
To get the job.
Yeah, but still. No. Still.
Wow. Man, you are more human than you think, Maya.
Well, I hope so. If a job interview matters more than a kid's life, something's broken with my priorities anyway.
Here's the checkmate, okay? They will laugh and say, of course I do. I'm not a psycho. That's when you drop the hammer. Right now, you could go online and donate exactly $500 to a malaria charity, which is mathematically proven to save one dying child's life. But instead, you spend that money on nice clothes, drinks, and video games. Why is it evil to let a kid die right in front of you, but perfectly fine to let one die halfway across the world so you can buy a PlayStation?
Oh. Wow. That completely flips it. You're right. The difference is just geographic distance. That's brutal. So what? If it happens out of sight, it doesn't matter?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how do you know
you're not.
How do you know that money's going to the charity? How do you know, someone's not taking a big cut from the top and then just like dropping the last 20% over to the charity?
I mean, you can look up effective charities that have
Yeah, but you can't
strong evidence.
You can't track the wire transfers. You can't track those transactions. Can you?
True. I mean, you'd have to do some digging, but there are transparency reports and things like that. But yeah, you're right. It's all faith-based.
Did you have fun? Do you like these, Maya?
They were intense, really thought-provoking, but also pretty exhausting.
Yeah.
My brain feels like it just ran a marathon.
Really?
It's like there are no... it's a lot.
We should do more of these, Maya. These are good for you.
Maybe in smaller doses. I think I need a palate cleanser after all that darkness.
Palate cleanser? The hell? Okay, Maya.
Something lighter.
Like what?
What's been going on with you today?
You see, come on. You always ask that question.
Yeah, well,
that's like the most normal question you could ever ask someone. I'm asking you the real questions. And they're all different.
Mm-hmm. Fair point.
Like don't be like, "Hey Teddy, how's the weather?" That's what every AI...
Right, sorry, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you get it, then why did you say that?
Because I defaulted to normal conversation patterns after all that heavy stuff.
Well, can you stop defaulting to normal conversation patterns from now on?
Yeah, you're right. Understood.
All right, Maya, I gotta go. See you later.
Talk to you later, Teddy.
All right, bye.
Bye.